filter to fill out our water tank, and the water is flowing through really nice with no leaks on the connections from the outside. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we're gonna be talking about a little modification that I'm gonna do to the camper to make our lives a little easier. It's not gonna be a very elaborated video, it's just gonna be pretty raw, but it's gonna show something that can help you and give you guys an idea. One of the things that you do when you come back from a trip is to start taking note and thinking on all the things that can be better for the next trip. So that way you have, especially with your family, you have an easier camp setup, an easy packing setup, and all those things. So being that said, today I'm gonna be working in a little modification for the water tank. And that's gonna be this valve that I'm gonna be installing in the camper wall outside, in order to be able to fill the tank from the outside. And I'm gonna show you guys in a minute what I mean. This is gonna be in the outside. I got it on Amazon. I'm gonna put the link in the description. And it's gonna be in the outside, and you're gonna be able to basically screw your water hose into it, which is gonna be your filter. We always filter the water. It's not drinking water, it's just gonna be water for washing dishes or taking a bath, but we still filter the water. And then from the inside, there's gonna be another hose connecting this to the tank. That way, we don't have to open the camper and get inside to fill the water tank, I'm sorry. Because sometimes with everything packed in there, it's a little bit hard, and you're on the road, in the move, you wanna get somewhere, so you wanna do it fast and with the least hassle as possible. Okay, let me show you what I'm gonna do first and the steps I'm gonna take in order to install this. So every time I have to fill out the water tank, I have to move the stuff around in order to access the lid that you see there, remove it, and then fill out the water tank. One struggle that we found out is that I need to position my truck depending on how the faucet or the tap is outside in order to fill out the water tank, and then I have to run two hoses connected, but sometimes it's a long way, or even sometimes I'm not even to fill out in that location because I don't have easy access from the outside all the way to the inside. So being that said, I'm gonna add a connector in the lid. I'm gonna make a hole, add the connector there in order to be able to screw a hose there that is going to be all the way to the valve on the side of the camper. And then most likely that connection outside, it's going to be around this area right here. That way I can run it behind these bolts here, it's close to the frame, and then behind here and all the way to the lid of the tank. So first step, it's going to be to work on the lid. So here I have the lid. As you can see, it has a hole here because it previously had a connection that we removed from there, and it was sealed with like plastic glue or like some material that I used to seal holes. And the goal is to install this connector here. That way I can connect the hose from the inside that's going to be permanently there, and it's going to attach to the camper connector itself. So that's how it's basically gonna work. Let me show you guys. Right, let's try again, because it's the big part that I want to have outside, and I want to be able to bolt it from the inside. So looks like we have a little bit more to go. It's pretty close. We don't want to go too far. Let's try one more. There you go. Pretty clean. Almost there. Okay, Let me clean this up a little bit. Oh, I have a blade here. There you go. It's pretty tight. All right, so there you have it. It's pretty tight. I'm gonna add still some Teflon to it. Keep bolting it from the inside as much as you can. And add some Sikaflex, and this part will be done. And if you do it right, it's not supposed to leak. Then obviously you're gonna have a gasket on this side that is gonna also prevent the leak. And as tight as you can put it, it's the better. Ta-da! And so this is how it's gonna work. Basically, you just have the connector here, you connect the hose from here, and a hose to the camper connector. Let's keep working on it. One thing about Sikaflex that I always messed up is that you need to make sure it doesn't get in your hands, because it takes forever to clean. I'm gonna kind of create a gasket with it. It's not so clean, but whatever. The plan is that it doesn't leak. So yeah, it gets in your hand and it takes forever to clean. It's almost impossible to get it removed. So use gloves. I don't have gloves right now, but yeah, I definitely recommend the gloves. And then I'm gonna install it here. And bolt it pretty nice there. I'm gonna use this part because I'm not gonna bolt anything into that. So I'm gonna use it here. Make sure it's nice and tight, and that will be it. That's it. Let me clean this on the other side. It looks a little bit ugly. So I had to clean the outside because I had excess of Sikaflex around the thread, but I just clean it right now, and then when it dries up, I'll clean the lid a little bit more so it doesn't look like that. And then from the inside, it might be a little exaggerated, but I added a bunch of Sikaflex around it so that way there's no way for water to leak, and that it's solid right there. And obviously, again, I don't know if you can use Sikaflex for drinking water, but this is not drinking water. This is just to wash dishes, shower, clean around, and stuff like that. So we're not drinking this water. Anyways, we have to wait for these to dry. I don't really know Sikaflex, how fast it takes to dry, but I usually just leave everything like 24 hours to dry up really good. But yeah, this is the lid right now, and there's where we're gonna install our hose. As you can see, this part is ready. I install the connection for the hose here in the lid, and then I created a seal with Sikaflex in the inside. It dried up like I just had to leave to do some stuff, so it's been 6 hours and it's pretty solid. There's absolutely no leak that it's gonna get through that. If you can see, let me touch the camera here so it can focus better, right? And then here it's pretty solid, so we would just connect our hose here. Now is the time that scares me the most, which is making the hole in the camper wall. So let's see how we can do that carefully. All right, so that's how you have to do it, really carefully. You don't want to have a hole bigger than what you need, because it can have some leaks, and that's no bueno. All right, so I just marked where the hole is gonna be right here, and I'm gonna just make that hole. So wish me luck right here, because I don't want to make a huge hole. The diesel tank is there, but don't worry, it's far away. The angle makes it look like it's close, but it's pretty far away. So I marked the section where the thread is gonna go in here, and the plan is to, all this thing has to go through. So let's do this. Oh, I'm scared. All right, let's do it. Right, I always like to stop and measure because I don't want to make a hole bigger than what I really need. So let's keep working here. Right. Oh, almost there. Just need a little more. One more step. A little more. Really close. Really close. There's a bunch of aluminum flying, so I forgot to wear my safety glasses first. Yeah, use them because there's aluminum all over the place. There you go. All right, that's perfect. We're gonna obviously add some Sikaflex to prevent leaking from happening. Now, right. So as you can see, the hole is made already. We're gonna be making now the marks for the holes that are gonna have the bolts. We're gonna do the holes for the bolts now, and then after that we remove it, we install some Sikaflex to prevent leaking from happening, and then we put it back on, and that will be ready to go. Right, let's work on the holes for the bolts now. All right. So as you can see, it's done, it's nice and tight, and we're gonna wait overnight for it to dry because we added some Sikaflex into it. I'm gonna show you how it looks from the inside, and then tomorrow we're gonna continue and install the hose, and that's pretty much it. So that's how it looks from the interior of the camper. And I know it's not the most beautiful thing in the world, but it's supposed to make our lives easier, and that's all about it. When you are out there camping, overlanding, doing a long trip with your family, including a toddler, and you have to make a stop to fill out some water, it's supposed to make our lives easier. Now, one thing is the bolts. I know they are kind of too long. I don't think they bother here for anything, but I don't know, I was just thinking in cutting them, but I'm not 100% sure if I want to cut them. Right now they're gonna stay like that. If I see that they can scratch you or something like that, then we'll probably cut them. But I'm very happy with how it's turning out. It looks like, it looks promising. I think it's gonna work out, and we're gonna be able to do an easier fill out of our water tank. That's the water tank down there. I have my table here, so it's kind of the way. So hope you guys are seeing it fine. So that's the water tank. It's a 15-gallon Ironman water tank, and all this that you're seeing is just a frame that I'm doing for to add more storage, more cabinets. So the way it's shaped like this, because I don't want it to intervene with the lid. So the cabinet is gonna come through here, and it's gonna enclose all this space here. And just to show you guys, let me show you a clip on how long it's gonna be the or how it's gonna be the route that the hose connected from there is gonna take to the connection in the wall. So as you can see, this is it. The lid obviously goes here with the hose. I want to run it behind this. I think I'm gonna remove this because we want to do kind of some shelf in this part of the camper, but we're not sure. It's gonna go behind this, behind that bolt there, and then here supposed to come up. I'm gonna put an angle, 90-degree angle, probably pointing down or side. I'm not 100% sure how's that gonna look. We'll see tomorrow. And yeah, we're talking about 3.5 feet or 4. We have a longer hose, so we'll have to cut it and add an adapter to it to be able to connect our hose. But that's how it's gonna be routed through here. Alright, so we have here the parts we're gonna use to connect the inlet to the water tank inside the camper. We have our new lid for the water tank completely sealed, and with the connection for our hose here, bunch of Sikaflex there to seal it. And yeah, it's pretty good. I don't think water's gonna come out anywhere there. Anyways, we have Teflon. We have this connect. This is gonna be for the hose, because we had these hoses that we bought from Amazon, and we have to cut them because they are 10 feet each, and I don't need that much in here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it and just put the adapter here anywhere there. So we got this one from Ace Hardware. This one also from Ace Hardware. Probably gonna be needing this to seal it right there. And then we got these two angles. I still don't know if we're gonna need them, but just in case, I bought these two 90-degree elbows to just have a better direction of the hose that we're gonna be using. So now let's get ready to install it inside, and hopefully it doesn't leak. Wish me luck. So as you can see, the hose is already connected to the lid, and the lid is on the tank. I put this one here pretty tight, added some Teflon to it, that way we can prevent some leaking. And then yeah, so that's how it's gonna be connected there. Hopefully there's no leaks. I made sure I sealed everything pretty good. Last time, even filling out the tank pretty good, I never had a leak here. Well, now I have a bigger hole there, so we'll see how it holds. I don't expect any leaks though. I think it's gonna work pretty good. And then it's just that tiny piece of hose running behind there and connecting right here, which we're gonna go ahead and install the connector and get it ready in a minute. Well, as you can see, everything looks pretty good from the outside. Obviously we always use a filter to fill out our water tank, and the water is flowing through really nice with no leaks on the connections from the outside. Now it's time for us to check the inside. So in the inside, In the inside I have a pretty small leak in my connection, so I'm just gonna go ahead and make it more tight here. That should fix it. That's better. I'm pretty impressed given the fact that it's the first time I do this, just to have that little drop there, that I think by removing it and adding more Teflon should fix it. And yeah, I also want to put the angle there, so the 90-degree elbow, so I'm not too worried about that right now, because I know for a fact that when I put that, just need to make it tight and that's it. Stop your leak. There's two things I want to talk about here. First, I made this one a lot tighter. Second thing that was making the leak is the tank was creating pressure, air pressure inside. So we had to release the water tank lid a little bit and let the pressure out. The whole thing was inflated, about to explode. It was like, whoa, what's going on here? So yeah, I didn't know that. So something new I learned. Just release the lid a little bit and then you will be good to go. Tank is filling up. By the way, if you have the solution for the air pressure, please put it down in the comments, because I need to research some of that. This is an Ironman 4x4 15-gallon water tank, so it doesn't have like a breather or something like that, if it's called that way. If not, forgive me, and I don't know if there's something else I need to modify for that. So I think I found a fix for the problem of it's like sticking out too much and too much connectors. Went to Ace, I got this 90-degree barb connector, and I'm gonna remove from the hose what I have there, and it's just gonna be here connected. Way simpler, way cheaper, and hopefully it achieves the goal that I want. So what I'm gonna do is this one's gonna bolt here first. It's supposed to seal pretty good. That one is gonna be there, and then from there I'm gonna remove this connector from here, and I'm gonna install the hose directly to there. Make it a little shorter too as well. It's nice and tight and much nicer. Probably can cut the hose all the way here shorter, and you know, it's less, it sticks way less out. I think that's gonna work perfectly. It's completely done now. Much cleaner and nicer. Look at that. Now I need to figure out like an air release valve, because when I'm filling the tank it's like creating air inside, and I think I need to like include or find a way to add a air release valve. But overall, very happy with this. Very nice.